It's the MagicGatheringStrat Show. It's a show about a magic podcast. Hello, everybody. It's me, Brennon, your lovable host. Along with me, as always, are my two co-hosts, Sam, the Vault Boy Hunter. Say hello, Sam.
Hello, everybody out there.
And Dan, the fan of history.
Cheers, Americans.
Cheers indeed. I am also drinking a cold, frosty beverage, or frothy as well. Alright, we got more spoilers. This is part 2. We're going to go to a little bit of update later, but let's talk about what we're going to do here. Standard Pauper is up first. Then our weeks in review. We have some pretty big updates. And then we're going to finish out the Standard Pauper set review. So, let's go ahead and get started with that sweet, sweet Standard Pauper fix you all need. SPDC 2913 happened this past July 5th. 17 players, 17 reported. Thank you very much. 3 rounds Swiss. Top 8. First was Red Green Monsters by Jebbit. Went 6-0. The big old 6-0. Followed up by another red-green aggro. Jeskai Control. And then an Oh No Not Crelio by, and I don't even know how to say this, Ecriberio. Then we have Bad Aggro Boros by Dave Braccar. Then Bow Haterism by Jonderkind. Rise and Fall by Remedio. Hey, Roberto. Good going. Then we have Mono Green, piloted by Yellow Eyes 2. In relation to Yellow Eyes? Probably.
Roberto said he lost his 2 matches by being timed out.
Yeah, that sucks so bad.
Was that the exploit deck? The Esper exploit deck?
I thought that was the... No, I thought that was the... Oh, what's it called? The Jeskai one?
Okay.
The Scry one?
There's a little bit of exploit in it, but not very much.
Oh, okay. Then it's not the Jeskai one.
All right.
No.
Okay.
I'll talk more about that when we come to my weekend review.
Nice. All right, let's look at the red-green monsters. You got your 4 Grizzlies, your 4 Mystics. Enjoy that 1 mana drop, or 1 mana dork, for as long as you can, because it's going away.
It's too good.
It's too good for standard.
I think they even said that.
Wow.
For instance, that it's too powerful.
That's amazing.
So we won't see Llanowar Elves.
You know what's funny about that is it's not that card is too powerful. It's just that they have made the 3-drop so freaking strong.
Yes.
That's the problem. It's the 3-drop spot.
Yep, that's the problem.
Yeah, the 3 and the 4.
That's
Like getting to rampant to like a Stormbreath Dragon in Standard, like a turn early, is just way too powerful, and that's why I think it's gone. But that's what they were saying. I watched this last weekend on Star City Games, not the weekend of the 4th, but the weekend before, and people were complaining in like the Twitch chat about Elvish Mystic not coming back, and one of the commentators was like, yeah, but Wizards, when they have Elvish Mystic in the format, they have to price everything like get an extra mana. So in green, they get to shorten the curve without it. So
Wow. That's nuts. All right, well, okay, and then we have 4 Hardened Berserker. If you had asked me before this show what a Hardened Berserker was, I would not have been able to tell you. So let's look at it real quick. Hardened Berserker.
Sounds like me.
Oh, snap. Dan's a Berserker.
does he make a duck?
It's hard. No, it says whenever Hardened Berserker attacks, the next spell you cast this turn costs 1 less.
I've had that guy played against me.
Yep. There you go. There it is. Sabertooth Outrider. It's a nice card. Hooting Mandrills, who I think should get more attention. 3 Ill-Tempered Cyclops. 3 Stampeding Elk Herd. Wow, cut down to 3, huh? Interesting. Spells, 4 Lightning Strike. 3 Fall of the Hammer. 2 Epic Confrontation. 2 Battle Rage, and 2 Titanic Growth. Whew. There's a lot of fighting going on, a lot of pump. Then you have for lands, 9 forests, 8 mountains, 4 evolving wilds, help those hooting mandrills, and 1 rugged highlands. That's a decent amount of lands, I like it. Sideboard, 3 Ranger's Guile, 3 Barrage of Boulders, 3 Sedge Scorpion, pesky aggro decks, 2 Scouring Sands, 2 Magma Spray, and 2 Conifer Strider. The, what is it, 5/1 hexproof? Craziness.
Is that what that is?
Yeah. Conifer Strider.
Wow. Dies to everything. Okay.
Right, but it is also hexproof.
It is hexproof.
Alright, let's look at MPDC. When I was writing this, the records were not available. Sam, do you know if they're available now? I haven't seen them.
They are not available.
Okay.
Well, his new name on Roberto's deck.
Yeah. Timer be my friend. Well, he came in second. Let's go look.
Ew.
Did he lost the final on time?
I don't know.
Well, that would be heart crushing. He didn't tweet it. So.
Timers, yep, there it is. The Black Cat, Dutiful Grey Merchant, Farika, SPDC, Garmag, Griffin, Dreamfinder. What the heck?
What's that card do?
What is that?
That's the ultra expensive Oromancer.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Oromancer's coming back though, so that's good.
Oh my god, that looks grindy.
No kidding.
Yeah, that's the deck I meant.
Okay, this one, yeah.
Yeah, the Esper exploit deck.
Wow, that is nuts. All right, and then followed by the infamous deck not found, and then the BUR.in. Okay, let's quickly go through the winning deck because it's so similar. Not much different. It's Conifer Strider in the main, but and Twin Bolt for some removal. So it's kind of the big difference there. Pretty much the same kind of deck. Went 4-1 in the MPDC. Not bad.
It kind of feels like the 6-0 build is a little bit stronger, but yeah, they're pretty.
They're very similar, right? All right, Sam. So tell me about your week. Anything going on?
Laptop is getting fixed. It's my birthday
today
for another.
Happy birthday!
Thank you. So I got taken out for dinner by my parents and drank 25 ounces of beer in about 10 minutes, so that was really delightful. And now I'm having a peach tea, so that's wonderful too.
So what did you say this birthday was of yours? What number?
38.
38.
So,
there you go. He's so close to being a man, y'all. So very close. Just too.
As I look back at the 22 years I've been playing Magic now, I go, wow, I'm old. So, other than that, nothing else is really going on this week at all, really. I don't want to draw this out because we have spoilers.
We do have spoilers. So
some spoilers we have.
So before we get to that, I think Dan, anything you want to talk about, Dan?
Yes. First, I played standard Pauper, and last week I got a comment like stop playing blue-black decks. Get over it. So I decided to ask Roberto, so do you have something interesting to play? And he started with, no, I have not been brewing, I don't have anything. And then he listed 3 decks.
Yeah, of course he did.
And one was a Grixis control deck, like a draw-go control deck. So I played that. That will be the video for the 8th of July. But then he talked about this exploit deck, and he said, you asked for a grindy deck, because I did. And he said, but this might be too grindy. So that was the Timer Be My Friend deck. And it looks super grindy. So I might not be able to resist playing it.
Wow.
So there might be an extra standard Pauper video this week.
That sounds great.
Yeah, we'll be playing Tron then in Modern. I did try out the Angler Delver thing.
Yeah.
Yesterday I was really skeptical about why I played that over Delver, because Mono Blue Delver is now at 20% of the metagame.
Wow.
So it's the number 1 deck again, as so many times before since 2011. But as I thought, why add black? Why play this? You were saying?
I was going to say that was going to happen with the Rise of Burn eventually, so Delver was going to come back up from the depths and take over the meta again.
Yeah, as it always does. So I was really skeptical about this blue-black deck, but I was convinced during the match. So it's available on the YouTube channel. It was very interesting.
It was cool.
Also, I wanted to mention that Duel of the Planeswalkers is dead. I missed that when it happened. But they have decided to make another program called Magic Duels. Mm-hmm. And it will be released on iOS on the 8th of July, which is probably the day when you listen to this. And it will be released on Steam for PC 1 week later. And I think this is a major rework of the Duel of the Planeswalkers concept. It's too early to tell a lot about it. You heard something, Brennan, didn't you?
Yeah, I saw some early comments on it. And they were really working hard to make sure that all of the latest card interactions and rules of the past few sets are firmly in place on this platform. They are really putting a lot of effort into it, especially in the realm of updating it instead of going like Magic Duels Origins 2015 and then going up to 2016 and all that. It's just going to come out with updates. So,
yeah, it seems to be a platform more than just a program.
Right. That's very. I think that's very interesting.
It's free to play, which means that it's going to probably have the microtransaction type of deal to it, but it's going to have a base game that you can just download and play. So that's pretty awesome. So.
Yeah.
It feels like a response to Hearthstone. I wonder who made it.
That's a good question. I don't know.
If they went out, they must have gone outside the building like they did with Duel of the Planeswalkers. And maybe it's just that company, but it looks really interesting.
I agree. I'm really looking forward to seeing more about this Origins. I've played the other Duels of the Planeswalkers. I didn't play this past one because I heard the reviews were horrible for it, so I didn't buy that one. But the other ones I played all the way through. I beat all the levels, all the matches, all the puzzles.
I started playing Duel of the Planeswalkers 2013 because, I loved Magic 2013.
Yeah.
But it had a bug, so it reset all progress twice.
Oh my god.
So I had to start over, and then I just deleted it.
I would have gone insane.
I went pretty insane, actually. I actually did a couple of videos on Duel of the Planeswalkers 2013.
Nice.
But I will probably look into this as well.
Yeah, that'd be very cool. I can't wait to see more. Excellent.
All right. Moving on.
Moving on, because we got so many spoilers to go through. Not even spoilers anymore. It's full release, so it's not the spoilers. All right, announcements, deck updates. Playing this weekend at for the pre-release. Playing at the store. I'll give everybody text updates through Twitter. How I do. I'm taking my daughter, and we're going. She picked the Liliana deck, and I picked the Nissa deck. We'll see how that works out for us. What else? Oh yeah, my proxy deck is coming along quite nicely. I was able to get access to that printer, and man, oh man, this beautiful card stock. It here, I'm gonna do something I've never done before on radio. I'm gonna
Not even
once. Hear that? That was.
Are you finally gonna get naked?
I'm gonna get naked. Wait, no. I mean, I always do that. You should always podcast naked. No, I made these proxies, and they are so sweet and beautiful, and they're on great card stock, so they can actually shuffle. Don't have to worry about them getting bent. Love it. I didn't just do the thing where you paste onto existing cards. I was able to get some very nice card stock. I spent more than I should have, but I just wanted to do it on my own. Get it printed, but still pretty cool. So that's been my Magic week, and I'll give everybody an update next week on the progress of the pre-release. So let's jump into what everybody came here for. Well, quick note about F&M. Remember, if you make F&M happen with Pauper or standard Pauper, please send us pictures. We'll get them out there into the wild. We'll also promote the site. We'll list it here, try to drum up some information, just like the book stand did. Hey, we get a decent amount of views. If you want to do a little bit more promotion for your store, this is a good way of doing it. It's free. We don't charge nothing. Okay, now, Origins review. Let's finish up this set. Gonna start off with a bang. It's a 2-mana artifact, Alchemist's Vial. When Alchemist's Vial enters the battlefield, draw a card. That phrase I like. Then it says, for 1 and tap, sacrifice. Target creature can't attack or block this turn. So, is that worth a card? It replaces itself, which is nice, and it prevents something from either attacking or blocking.
Yeah, it looks more interesting than the swamp thing in Boros Kitty. What's that called?
The flask.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other flask. Yeah, I guess it kind of it does seem really interesting in a Boros Kitty deck, maybe as like the 5th and 6th Wellspring.
But it's not better than Prophetic Prism, is it?
No,
it is.
No.
Prophetic. Well, I guess it depends on the matchup, really. Prophetic will always give you mana, but this has the potential to let you push through or not die.
Yeah, this seems very interesting for Boros Kitty. Should be tested at least.
Why not? It's so rare, so very rare that we get common artifacts that do anything. So, give it a try, somebody. Alright, let's move on to Wild Instincts. 3 and a green. Sorcery. Target creature you control gets +2/+2. It fights another opponent's creature.
Steroids for fights.
Yes, steroids for fights. They should test these animists and their wild steroid usage.
It's like MMC in Japan.
Yeah. It's time to start testing those people. I don't know. Epic Confrontation is just so much cheaper. You do lose 1 power, but it costs 2 mana less. I like Epic Confrontation better.
If you really need another maybe.
Wait, can you say that again? You broke up. It started sounding robot-y.
Really need another card than maybe.
Yeah. So yeah, let's move on. Here's the next one. I like this one because we don't often see this kind of thing at common. Llanowar Empath. 3 and a green. Elf Shaman. It's a 2/2. When the empath enters the battlefield, scry 2. Then reveal the top card of your library. If it's a creature card, put it into your hand. That's handy. No pun intended.
It's the third printing of it too. It got printed in a commander, and I think in one of the shards or one of those 3 sets.
Yeah.
So I had it in my cube, and a cube's not a good environment for it because you can't really load your cube up with the amount of creatures that you want to have with it.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, in a good deck, it's going to basically read. It's going to be Shaman of Spring from M15, where you pay 4 for a 2/2 and you draw an extra card.
That's true.
So I mean, it's not bad. Plus, the scry is not nothing. So
Exactly. Even if you don't see anything in the scry that's a creature, you are, smoothing out your next draw at least.
yeah, I mean, you're hopefully drawing a creature, getting rid of an extra land you don't need, or something like that. So.
Right. Well, there you go. Okay, next one. Farika's Disciple. 3 and a green? Most of the Farika stuff we see is black. But this is green. 3 and a green. 2/3. With Death Touch, Centaur Warrior. Renown 1. When it deals damage, if it's not renowned, put a 1/1 counter on it. It becomes renowned. 3 and a green for a potential 3/4 Death Touch. Well, I am interested in this card. I don't know if the 4 slot in a green deck is too crowded right now.
I don't think it does enough in the 4 slot. I mean, turn 1 Elvish Mystic, turn 3 this for the few months that we get to do that. That doesn't seem horrible.
Right.
But it doesn't seem like it's powerful enough.
Yeah, I would still rather have my spider, my 1/2 reach spider. What was that called? Deadly Recluse.
Yeah, the Recluse.
Give me the Recluse back.
This card actually really got me thinking, but not about whether this card was good or not.
Right.
Because this is a clear signal that the gods are part of Magic and will continue to be so. So this convinced me that if they continue to reference the gods like this,
Right.
It's a really good reason to pick up the gods at rotation when Teros Blocker rotates out, that they will be long-term casual value from a finance perspective, if nothing else.
Well, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I only have, oh gosh, who do I have? I have Nylea, the Satyr God, what's his name, Xenagos, Heliod. I don't have very many of them.
I did the failed god speculations during Teros blocks. I think I had like 50 Karametras or something.
Oh, no.
When it got really cheap, I was like, this is going to be great.
Karametra.
Yeah, hopefully they spike when people try to redeem, because it's still a mythic.
Gotcha. All right, well, let's move on. Here's a card that I think is super awesome, and I want to know Dan's opinion on it, but first it is Ariel Volley. 1 green, just a single G. Instant. Deals 3 damage divided as you choose among 1, 2, or 3 target creatures with flying. Go.
Kill triplicate spirits. That's
Yes.
what the card says, right?
That's what it reads.
Yes. So this
How do
looks like a strong sideboard card.
How do you feel about it out of the board in Stompy and Classic Pauper for Delver?
Yeah, that's interesting too. Kill a Delver and a spell status sprite.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because that instant right there also says Stompy versus familiars. Because you see
that's
them.
True.
Yeah. I don't care.
I think maybe that's better than the Delver thing, because against Delver you would rather have the elf, right? That does 1 damage to all the flyers.
Right. Although this effectively accomplishes very similar.
And it hits Delver.
And it can kill a Delver and a sprite, whereas that dude, you would need 2 of them out to kill a Delver.
Or a Clear Ranger. I think this is very interesting, and I'm fairly confident it will see play in Standard Pauper at least.
Yeah, I think so. It's pretty neat. All right. Here's a cute little guy. Caustic Caterpillar. A single green creature insect. I love insect creatures. 1 in a green, sacrifice it, destroy target artifact or enchantment.
Well, if you have any use for 1/1 for 1, for example, if you have Convoke or Bloodthirst or whatever, but you need this. If a 1/1 for 1 is useful in any way, this is a big upside.
Right. Being able to destroy...
I'm super excited for this guy in Tortured Existence as maybe like a 1 of and then 1 out of the board or something like that. Mm-hmm. Just for that extra.
Doesn't tap. That's good.
Huh?
Yeah, you don't have to tap it. You can just do it. Yep.
So, yet another card that I think maybe could see its way into Classic Pauper, which is really strange for a core set. So
there is nothing like it, right? There is stuff that targets artifacts, but not both.
Yeah, I don't know of any. I mean, if you guys know of something offhand, feel free to put it in the comments. Yell at us for not remembering some staple of the format. But yeah, I don't know. This is really cool. And the fact that you don't have to tap it is beautiful.
It also enables Morbid and stuff like that.
Oh, snap. Sure does.
Oh, Morbid. Woohoo.
It's a great mechanic. All right, next one. Fire Fiend Elemental. Here's another 4-drop with haste and renown this time. It's a 3/2. So it's a 4-drop that can become a 4/3, but it has haste. How do you guys feel about a 4-drop in an aggro build? That's a 3/2 when it comes out.
Question is maybe how good is a 4/3 for 4?
Yeah.
Is that enough?
If it was a 4/3 for 4 that had haste, what's that guy? What's the dash guy? Who's the big dash one? I'm terrible at this game.
I can't remember.
He's the 5/4 dash guy that has to attack.
It has to attack every turn. Yeah. How
that
much
costs
does
for?
It costs 4 to dash. Yeah.
That just seems like that's probably going to be stronger.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
But I mean, this isn't a bad card. You pick your spot to play it, and you get in for the 3's. Pretty much you have to block sort of situation. So
it is true. But yeah, I would rather do the dash guy while it's in standard.
I think so too.
Okay. Let's do this. Mage Ring Bully. It's a 2/2 for 2 human warrior with prowess. Well, you have my attention. But it has to attack each turn, if able. So
looks really good.
Yep. 2/2 for 2 with prowess. You were saying, Sam?
Oh, it doesn't have haste, but this guy's going into my cube. I mean, he's exactly what you want in like a red aggro deck. I mean, he's kind of Monastery Swiftspear at common in that kind of just get in there and do damage, right? That's all
Right.
you want to do. And so,
The fact that he starts out as a 2/2 is pretty impressive. 2/2s for 2 in red with an upside. I would rather play this than that hasty one. The Valley Dasher. Is that it?
oh yeah, it's just a straight upgrade from Valley Dasher.
Yeah.
I mean,
Even though Valley Dasher has haste, this is prowess very strong.
Yeah, I think this looks super strong. As long as you're sure you are the beatdown, and most of the time you are sure about that when you play red.
Right. When Brennon plays red, Brennon's the beatdown. All right.
Maybe not as good in the mirror, but no, it's still good.
Still pretty good. You're
I think this
pounding
is
there.
really strong, actually.
Yeah, I like it. It's a good card. All right. Prickle Bore. Prickle Bore is a 3/3 for 5. Yikes. But as long as it's not as it's your turn, Prickle Bore gets +2/+0 and has first strike. So as long as it's your turn, it's a 5/3 with first strike.
If we are really entering a world where Lightning Strike costs 4 mana, then this is probably useful. But as long as we have Lightning Strike at 2, I wouldn't want to play this.
Nope, me either.
If it was cheaper costed, it would probably be playable. But at 5, I
Yeah.
think Red's got other things to do out of Khan's block.
Right.
Skip ahead.
Yep. Moving on. Here's a card I like but probably shouldn't. Touch of Moonglove. Single black. I love the art so much. I think it's this beautiful card.
Sounds like a tantric sex position.
Touch of Moonglove.
Yeah.
Okay, Dan, I'm going to need you to turn around. Oh, never mind. It's an instant. Target creature you control gets +1/+0 and gains Death Touch until end of turn. So, combat trick, you're killing whatever you're blocking. Or whatever's blocking you. Next part. Whenever a creature dealt damage by that creature dies this turn, its controller loses 2 life. So, this is a combat trick. Kill whatever you want to kill, you're going to gain 2 life. Also, if you do this, then any of the myriad of fight spells, you're going to kill something, it's going to have Death Touch, you're going to grow it with the fight spell, bash in. I see this as some, I don't know. I love combat tricks like this because it does so many things all at once.
But it doesn't protect the creature you're using it on.
Nope.
So it's only aggressive.
Very aggressive.
Yeah, I'm not excited by this. I need to see this played to success before I even consider it.
You don't want a touch of Moonglove, Dan?
No.
Aw.
I really like it, but I also like the 1/1 Death Touch guys.
Yeah.
And those just seem, in a longer game, they're probably more useful.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And the 2 life seems marginal.
Yeah, I wouldn't trade this for a Typhoid Rat if I was going that direction.
But the art is awesome.
The art is beautiful. Here's something that hasn't been printed in a while. It's also super gross. Macabre Waltz. 1 and a black for a sorcery. Return up to 2 target creature cards from your graveyard to your hand, then discard a card. So, you have these gross skinned zombies dancing. But anyway, what do y'all think? Getting 2 cards back is pretty strong.
And even discarding can have some value, getting you closer to your card angle.
I mean, and there is the weird discard theme in Origins, but I don't think we really got any of the payoff at Common. I mean, people are still playing Fauna Returned, right?
Yeah.
So this is way less expensive than that.
It's true. Yeah,
I tend to overvalue cards like this. I think this looks super amazing.
no, I think so too. Especially if you're in that blue-black delve deck. Seriously, this is pretty good because it's going to, yes, you're going to have one less card in the graveyard, but if you count this card and the discard, you equal out your delve. So
I think the big question then must be, would you rather play this over Font of Return? And I'm not sure. You don't get the devotion from this, but that will not be a factor soon.
that's true.
Maybe after rotation.
Or Gary's going away.
When Font of the Return, when Devotion leaves, Font leaves, it's from Darrow's block.
Oh, that's true.
True.
So this will be the replacement.
So this is the font replacement then?
Yep.
I like it better than the font. I think it's stronger than the font. So
Can't
remember when Ray's so
Ray's
it's
dead.
really type of effect. So
But it's a grindy card, right? You have to play this in a mid-range deck or a control deck. You wouldn't play it in an aggro deck because it's dead
Right.
at the start of the game. So, yeah. Replace font with this after rotation.
There you go, folks. All right, next one. Night Snare, which is kind of a weird name. Anyway, 3 and a black for a sorcery. Target opponent reveals his or her hand. You may choose a non-land card from it. If you do, that player discards a card. Now here's the kicker. If you don't, that player discards 2 cards. That's
It's
weird.
the fixed mind rot.
Yeah.
it's Mind Rot and Duress in one card.
But 4 mana is so much.
Right. Actually, no. It's Mind Rot and Distress in one card.
That's even better.
Because you can do any you can do a non-lane card, any card.
You can sure with it, which you can't do with Duress.
Yeah.
I mean, interesting effect. I'd rather just have Mind Rot at 3 mana. But I don't think standard Pauper really gets, like, discard effects really don't see a lot of play, do they?
No, the other deck has to have something to play after this, and of course they do. So, but traditionally 4 mana discard is really bad. You have to be like Slaughter Games for it to be useful.
Something like that, something good. So,
does Mind Rot see any play nowadays?
I haven't seen it.
when the tokens deck was really big, like 2 months ago, people were running Mind Rot out of the board to combat the big casting cost tokens,
All right.
like the Flurry and stuff, but I don't think it's been around since then.
I would hate to get my Gary or my Treasure Cruise taken by this card.
Oh, if they could just look at your hand and say, yoink. Yeah.
Or they can get half of your hand.
That's true.
It's hard to tell. 4 mana, so much.
It is a lot, and it's sorcery speed.
Grind the deck versus grind the deck. Maybe this is the key.
Maybe. I don't like it, but it's not really the kind of card I would play anyway. So, in my opinion, it's probably not valuable here. But yeah, it is interesting though, the fact that you can do 2 things with it. I love that. All right. Thorne Bow Archer, single black for a 1/2. Whenever Thorne Bow Archer attacks, each opponent who does not control an elf loses 1 life.
When I first read this card, I thought it said, whenever Thorne Bow Archer or another elf attacks.
Oh my god. That would be nuts.
But it's a 2/2 for 1 mana, right?
Yeah. Or it's a 1/2 for 1 mana.
Yeah, but it does 1 extra damage.
Yes, that's. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean,
that
my
can't be
thing-
bad.
I read it as Thorne Archer, Thorne Bow Archer, deals 1 extra damage one time because it's just basically going to die pretty much right away. And to somebody else running Elves, which is like any green deck right now, basically, it's just a 1/2 for 1, and that doesn't get a lot done, right?
Isn't this superior to most of the creatures in Suicide Black in Classic Pauper? So they would rather play this card than Vampire Lacerator or something like that.
Oh, the ones with the kill you downside? Yeah.
Yeah, this guy doesn't have a downside.
Yeah,
I don't know how useful a 2/2 is in Standard Pauper, because Standard Pauper is slower, but I could see this. Suicide Black is not a deck in Classic Pauper, but everybody always talks about it anyway. And I think this definitely makes that deck. Who has elves? Stompy has elves, and elves have elves, but who else?
No one.
And then you have something to board out. So
that's true.
Yeah, I like this guy. It's a 2/2 for 1.
Yeah, the efficiency, you don't often get that in black, like hardly ever.
And of course, it is ultra aggressive, so it can't do Nettle Sentinel blocking and stuff like that. But yeah, I think this has potential.
Cool.
Probably not in Standard Pauper.
Very interesting. Dark Dabbling, 2 and a black, instant. Regenerate target creature, draw a card. I love that. Now, here's the kicker, Spell Mastery. If there are 2 or more instant or sorcery cards in graveyard, also regenerate each other creature you control. Well,
that
boy,
sounds like
howdy.
Christmas Land.
Yeah.
You have to have the Spell Master thing, and then something has to happen to all your creatures. Or at least 2.
Unless you're doing like an alpha attack.
Yeah.
Attack, everybody. Huh.
And you probably just would have preferred another creature if you are making an alpha attack.
Yeah. Unless you're playing Death Touch deck.
Ooh.
Then you got something going.
Okay.
Anyway.
Dark
Dabbling.
You've got your opponent's got 1 creature, you've got 1 creature, okay? And you Dark Dabbling their creature, and it taps because it regenerated. No, that doesn't work unless damage is actually dealt.
Unless damage is dealt, yeah.
Okay, you pay 3, you turn creature to regenerate it, and you draw a card.
Yes.
You pay 3 mana to draw a card.
Boom. Card value.
Case.
All right.
Okay.
I don't know which deck would play this, but I think it has potential.
Yeah. Do we have... Yeah. It's... You do get to save your entire board from all those common level board wipes.
I mean, you get to save your defense guys
sands,
from combat or something like that. So
that's true.
Yeah, so right. It does have some value. So
okay.
3 mana combat tricks are quite expensive.
They are. All right, let's look at this one. Enlightenedacetic. 1 and a white for a 1/1. Cat Monk. When Enlightenedacetic enters the battlefield, you may destroy target enchantment. So, core sanctifiers, light.
Wasn't there a 2/2 that did this at one point?
There was a 2/2 you could sacrifice, that spirit.
Oh, okay, yeah, that was it.
I think there's actually been a few 2/2s that do this or something really similar. But I mean, it's been a while since we've seen it like common, and it's really easy to cast. I kind of like it. I feel like they probably pulled it from the Theros design file that didn't make it in. It just feels very Theros-y.
It does.
But definitely going to be a card that when it comes out, I'm going to get one and alter it because that art is bonkers cool.
It is pretty cool.
So
it's like that thing comes out of the void.
Yeah, it's got that light. It's all like, I'm a cat, yo. check out my price.
Awesome.
Okay.
All
I think
right.
you have to compare this to 1-mana artifact, 1-mana enchantment removal. And think about, do you want a 1/1 body in addition for an extra mana?
The revoke. It's revoke 1? Or is that 2?
Can't remember.
Revoke is
All right.
But this is definitely a spell and not a creature, really.
Right. It's a disenchant. Healing Hands. 2 and a white. Sorcery. Sorcery. Target player gains 4 life. Draw a card. Wow. I don't think so.
We had something similar to this before, didn't we?
If we did, I don't remember it.
The classic Pauper Pestilence deck ran something with cycling. You could gain 6 life.
Oh, right. And then,
but it's just 2 life for 2 mana, I think. And a card. But yeah.
I know.
Maybe it makes the Pestilence deck.
Maybe. Okay. Let's move on. A Crowan Sergeant. 2 and a red for a 2/2 with first strike. It's about average. But it has Renown 1. Well, that's a little more interesting. But I don't know if a 2/2 with first strike for 3 is what you want to be doing, though.
It's similar to the Bloodthirst guy, right? That's a 2/2 with first strike and Bloodthirst 1.
Yes, that's right.
That seems a lot better than this.
Seems
and that's
easier.
still a mediocre card.
Right. Oh well. Yeah, I don't think this one's that good. All right, let's move on.
If you really need first strike for something, then maybe.
This is a reprint, but I thought it was worth mentioning. What with all the delve going on, Screeching Scab, 1 and a blue for a 2/1 when it enters the battlefield. Put the top 2 cards of your library into your graveyard.
This might be important because now you have... This might be the critical mass card for creatures that put cards in your own graveyard. So now we have plenty of them, right? There are like 4 with this.
Yeah, there are a lot.
Yeah, so maybe you can build something around that. Sounds icky, but maybe you can.
And then you have...
Was this your... Brennan? I can't remember if this is the one that you said you really enjoyed the update on.
That I did what with?
That you liked the update on the art on this, or...
Oh, no, not me.
I couldn't remember.
Yeah.
I mean, it does fuel, earlier anglers and stuff. And a 2/1 for 2 isn't necessarily the worst play, so...
Right.
But there was a guy like this very recently, right? In blue, in Fate Reforged.
The Naga?
That didn't see any play. But maybe it's critical mass. Skip ahead.
Okay, yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Alright, Suppression Bonds, 3 and a white. Enchant non-land permanent. Permanent can't attack or block, and its activated abilities can't be activated. I don't know if this has importance right now, but I think it can be important maybe later.
Isn't it just a rest for 1 extra mana and it can get non-creature, non-land, or...
Yes.
So you can get artifacts.
Artifacts, yeah, enchantments, whatevers.
Yeah, enchantments, that's true. Like Font of Return.
Font of Return, yes, exactly.
It's definitely not a bad card. It gets better with a lot more activated abilities, which we don't get very often in standard Pauper. So
that's true. All right, I just thought it was worth mentioning. All right, Kithian's Tactics. Excuse me. 1 white for a sorcery. Creatures you control get +2/+1 until end of turn. Okay, it's a decent, if you're going with all tokens. Now spell mastery, those creatures gain vigilance. So it's like a Warflare without the red mana if you have spell mastery. Kind of weird, but it's
that has to be good, right?
In the tokens deck, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. I would say.
I mean, I think
best of the +2 cards
Mm-hmm.
for the token
it's
deck.
it's a definitely reasonable variant on that mass pump theme that White's had for the last couple of blocks. So.
Yeah. I like it, and if I play tokens, I'll probably play it.
In classic Pauper, it's dominated by the instant that gives +2/+2.
Oh, yeah. I can't think
But
of
this
that.
should see play in standard Pauper.
I would think so.
I can't see why not.
I would probably do this over Warflare. Not sure, but I would think so.
It looks a lot better than Warflare, in my opinion.
Yeah. You don't have to have red.
Yeah. And one less mana.
And one less mana. Very, very relevant. Alright. Now, Imprint Tactician. 2 and 2 white. Human Soldier. When Imprint Tactician enters the battlefield, creatures you control get +1/+1. It's a 3/3. So, it is also pump.
I had to read this card twice to see where the flash went, but it doesn't have flash.
It does not have flash.
I'd rather have Selfless Cathar, which I think this guy is replacing, right?
Yes.
And it's a lot good.
Yeah, 4 mana is too much for a +1/+1.
Yeah, and it's +1/+1 that you have to use right now.
Yes. You don't have a choice.
You can't have the threat of activation from Selfless Cathar.
Yeah.
This is much worse. And I don't think you can just replace your Selfless Cathars with this guy when it rotates.
No.
So,
Don't do that.
crap, maybe?
Yeah. Let's move on. Calculated Dismissal. This is interesting. 2 and a blue. Instant. Counter target spell unless its controller plays 3. So it's a way expensive. Or actually, for 1 more mana, it is a mana leak.
Mana leak.
But if there are 2 or more sorcery or instant cards, you get the spell mastery going. You get Scry 2.
Is cancel still in the format after rotation?
No.
Was it in Dragon's Block?
No, it was in Dragons.
Yep.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it was in Trakir. I have a 4 one.
So, is this better than cancel or not? Scry 2 is a lot.
Scry 2 is a lot. But so many games
3
go so long.
Easier to cast.
But it's not a hard counter.
I think that's the problem. For early game, oh yes. But if you're going late game,
But it's so hard to use a 3-mana counter in the early game.
I know.
I don't think this will... You won't cut negates or... Maybe this can replace your nullifiers?
Well, you're going to have to find a replacement for them, so...
I think it's strong, but is it strong enough?
I really like the Scry 2 on it.
I do too.
I don't know how strong Mana Leak would be right now. That's the thing.
Because I was thinking
because
about...
the deck...
Yeah, I was thinking about the games I've watched Dan play, especially when you're doing your treasure cruising. And those... I mean, there are times where like you and the other person have 10 lands on the battlefield. Like the...
I've always underestimated Mana Leak, but I think it's a modern playable card. It will be super strong in this format. But this is not Mana Leak, and 3 mana is a lot more than 2 for a counterspell.
50% more.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that we will see this see play for sure.
Yeah.
I think it's in the format because they did reprint We Fade even though it was in the supplemental set. It's
Wait, you're breaking up, Sam.
I know, I heard. We're breaking up, Brent, but no. Where did things go wrong? No, I like it. As I was trying to say, with We Fade in the format, the forecasting cost divination instant, it's easier to leave a spell like this up because you can still get value even if they don't cast anything. That being said, you're really going to be greedy I'm going to be greedy every time I cast it and wait until I have spell mastery to get the scry.
Right. Okay, well, let's look at this one. Might of the Masses. That's an old card. 1 green. Target creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn for each creature you control. Hey, do you think we'll see some tokens in Zendikar, the new Zendikar block?
We'll surely see a lot of aggressive or cheap creatures.
Yes.
Maybe something that rhymes with Meldrazi Palms.
Meldrazi Palms. Yes.
This is so weak compared to Aspect of Hydra.
Oh, I like Aspect of Hydra. Okay. Yeah, I would rather have Giant Growth than this.
Yeah, you have to have 4 guys for this to be better than Giant Growth.
Yes, that's terrible. Alright. Maybe one day. And can you believe it? Smash to Smithereens is back in Standard Common. Crazy.
Yeah, very hard to use in Standard Pauper, but amazing.
Yeah, it's crazy in regular. 1 in a red for an instant.
Do you guys remember when Shatter was this gold standard of artifact destruction in core sets?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was long ago.
So yeah, it does 3 damage after you destroy an artifact. Oh my god, it's awesome.
There's the question, of course, if the blue-red artifact theme in Origins can make it to Standard Pauper.
There's not enough support. It will not work.
Nope.
Alright, then this card is not useful in Standard Pauper.
Yet.
But it is useful in Classic Pauper.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Now it's a lot cheaper.
Yep. It's awesome. Alright. I just love that card. Here it is. It's back. Celestial Flare. White. Instant. Nice. Target player sacrifices an attacking or blocking creature. Boom.
Very.
Oh, good.
Yep. There it is. We all like it. We all know it's useful.
Great design.
Should never have left.
Should never have left. Yeah.
No, should always be in every set.
Alright, that's a good card. Alright, here's another older card. Nantuko Husk. 2 and a black. Zombie insect. Sacrifice a creature. Husk gets +2/+2 until end of turn. It's a 2/2.
There was a functional reprint in a core set not long ago.
Oh, that Blood Throne?
Didn't make it into Standard Book.
Nope. Because you have to have a lot of enablers to get this guy through, so...
Yeah. At the time this was originally printed, it was really strong, but now I think it's dated.
It is. It's a nice throwback, though.
Yeah, power creep. Destroy the Nantuko Husk.
Alright, here's one that's just weird. Stalwart Avon. 2 and a white for a 1/3 flying with renown.
Yeah, I like this. This is a control card.
It is, yeah. Yeah, you're going to have to give him some support. What was that?
It's let's say 75% of the time it's just going to be a 2/4 flying on the 4th turn.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's not bad for 3 mana.
No. It's better than we've gotten in a while.
I mean, it's definitely going to be highly draftable.
Oh,
I mean, remember the Angel, the 2/4 flying lifelink Angel back in Innistrad block.
Yeah.
Sure, the life was annoying, but really just the 4 toughness was really hard to deal with. So I actually missed this in my cube roundup. I think I'm going to have to put one in. That's not bad. Well, I'll definitely think about it, but I can see if white comes out and becomes a deck, like a mono white deck again, this is actually pretty decent for that.
Yep.
And Bird Soldier.
It is
He's got
Bird
a
Soldier.
sword.
What's interesting is it fits in my Commander Isha deck because it is both a bird and a soldier, and there's both the bird theme and a soldier theme in that Commander deck.
Simply amazing.
He'll slam into the deck.
Maybe. All right. Yeah, it's interesting. It's back, Oromancer. Yay!
Yay!
2 and a white. Fish up something from your graveyard. That's an enchantment. Woo! It's a 2/2.
So good.
It will do what it does.
It does what it do. All right, and hey, remember leaving up that 3 mana we talked about earlier? Here's something you can also do if you don't, cancel one of their cards. Artificer's Empathy, or Epiphany. Excuse me, not Empathy. Epiphany. 2 and a blue, instant. Draw 2 cards. If you control no artifacts, discard a card. So there you go. Draw 2 cards.
It's definitely going to be.
Oh, go ahead.
Standard Pauper. No, I was just going to say it's going to be harder to play in Standard Pauper just because there's not really the artifact support.
I'm thinking this might be superior to Divination in any Del deck. In Standard Pauper, actually.
Because it's instant and it fuels Delve.
Yeah.
I mean,
at least if you play a lot of counterspells.
I mean, I just love instant card draw, and it's just it works on a few different levels, so I really enjoy it. It might actually be my favorite common. So.
Yep, I like it.
And even if you just play 4 of that 2 mana thing that draws a card, maybe that's enough to play this as well. Because you're not discarding a card is not that bad, and some of the time you avoid it.
That's true.
I like it.
Yep, I think it's a decent card.
And then you get the passive effect on a stick, kind of. So.
Yep, it's pretty cool, and it has Mr. Bean on it.
Oh,
that it is.
Here's something that can help you have an artifact. Girapur, Gear Crafter, 2 and a red, Human Artificer. When this 2/1 comes into battle, you get a 1/1 flying Thopter artifact creature token. Woohoo! It's the red Sandstep's Outcast.
I wish we had got one more of the Thopter producers at common.
Yep, me too. I wanted 2 in red and 2 in blue.
How many do we have?
1 in each.
Yeah.
You have this. Remember the super flying guy?
Yeah.
And the last one. That's the other one.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there's a common, and there's the one rare. So it's going to be draftable. It's just not going to be standard pauperable.
Which sucks because Thopters rule.
But I mean, this guy's still value. I mean, 2/1 3 mana with a 1/1 flyer. I mean, we've seen how good the Sandstep Outcast is. So.
Yep. And I would say making a Sandstep Outcast a 3/2 is a very rarely used mode.
Yes, you put the egg.
It happened to me today, actually.
Really?
Yeah, somebody did that to me, and then I played a Gurmag Angler.
Right. It didn't matter.
Was quite disappointed.
Yeah, they should have gone over the top. All right, what's the next one? I love this thing. This is the cutest card ever printed. Bonded Construct 1. It's an artifact creature. It's a 2/1. An artifact creature that's a 2/1. That's crazy. We never, ever, ever see that. Bonded Construct can't attack alone. I love this card.
Yeah, it looks solid. It's not the Pegasus, but it's an artifact, so
Yeah.
in red aggro decks.
Yeah, but it can block alone, unlike the Pegasus.
Oh yeah, it can.
Yes, it can.
I mean, just two of these guys can play like turn 2, drop 2. I mean, they can attack together.
Yes, they
I
can.
mean, so I like it. It's aggro for 1 colorless mana, basically. I think it's going to fit into a lot of different decks just want to turn cards sideways, i.e., most of standard Pauper.
Right.
Definitely an interesting card and something we almost never see in common. So super awesome. It's super, super awesome.
I like it. I like it a lot. Yep, it'll see play, y'all.
You can sacrifice it to husk. So.
No.
Okay.
All right. There's a reprint that's useful. Chandra's Fury, 4 and a red. Deal 4 damage to target player instant. Also, it does 1 damage to each creature they control.
I might be colored by all my play of Magic 2013, which was the original printing of this card. But it was really useful in that limited format. And doing 1 damage to each creature in this token-filled format of standard Pauper right now seems ultra good.
Yeah. It's 1 more mana
reach
than
of this
Barrage
card.
of Boulders. So, yeah.
Yeah, I like this. I think it will... 5 mana is a lot, of course, but
It is.
if you are the blue-red control deck, I think you might enjoy this.
It is something to consider, especially if nothing else, sideboard against those damn tokens.
Yeah.
All right. Next one. Leaf Gilder, 1 and a green. Elf Druid for a 2/1. Here's your tap to add a green mana dork.
Boo. Boo.
Yeah, compared to Lanor Elves, he's of course bad, but
Right.
or she. But I think this is highly playable in standard Pauper.
Yeah, especially after we lose the Mystic.
Yeah, you have to have perverse needs for mana to use it before we lose the Mystic. But after that, I think this powers out your 4 drops, your 5 drops, and your 6 drops, and that's useful. And it's a lot more useful as a late game draw than an Elvish Mystic.
Just because it does 2.
Yes.
Yep. There you go. You will play this, green players. Ha ha ha.
Yep. Will.
Well, that brings us to the end, but look what I'm previewing here. It's only 2 short months away, y'all. Battle for Zendikar. We will.
So will it be like the Rise of the Eldrazi, or will it be like Zendikar? That's the big question.
Who knows? There's some weird looking Eldrazi in the background of this picture. But we will do a preview. We'll do a spoiler show on or around September 16th. We'll start doing the preview shows all at once. We're not going to do, if Wizards releases some spoilers, we're not going to, preview 10 at a time, 2 at a time, blah, blah, blah. We're going to save it and do a show on it. That way you can reference it later if you want to. We'll also try to give them what we feel is our best grade for the show, so you can, quicker reference. Also,
yeah, to try to grade every card.
Yeah.
But round up the Fs and the Ds.
Yeah, that's going to be just a checklist at the end. But still, anything we think's playable, we'll talk about.
A checklist at the beginning.
What, the Fs and Ds?
Yeah, so these are the Fs and Ds. Pause now if you want to see them.
Right.
Moving on.
There you go. You have 5 seconds to hit pause.
Yeah.
Well, that brings us to the end of the show.
No.
I'm afraid so. I know you love talking about spoilers and Magic Duels Origins. But if you want to see more of us, hear more of us, read more of us, MagicGatheringStrat.com. Also YouTube /MagicGatheringStrat. Patreon. If you like what we do, feel free to support us. at patreon.com/MagicGatheringStrat.
Yeah, I have something to say about that very soon, but it's more important than ever. So please support us.
Please, please, please. Also, if you want to follow us on Twitter at MagicGathStrat, you can follow me at Cerulean Says Hi. Hello. Also, Sam at SPO7677, Facebook /MagicGatheringStrat. Please like and subscribe. It helps us so much, makes us feel good about ourselves. So, that's all for this week. And for this show, I am Brennon.
I'm Sam. Woo!
I'm Dan.
Woohoo!
And this has been the Magic Gathering Strat Show.
Magisk strategiföreställning.
Aw, yeah.